This time we are revealing the rosters of the DAFL. Let's get it all shared out on Twitter, Facebook. And Skype. And there we go. We are live. Alright, we are starting with the Cincinnati Bengals. You'll see their cap penalty. You will see their names. These guys will be moving to Portland, so they are part of the DAFL West. So there is our running backs for the Bengals. Not bad, not bad. Not Captain America, but not bad. Hey Kelly, what's up? We're looking at your roster first. So there is Joe Burrow, your quarterback. You got the running back situation. And the team does not require a fullback, but you can sign one if you want. You have quite a pretty damn good receiving core, actually. Yourself, Calvin Ridley, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins. So yeah, I mean, that's a pretty solid start to your receiving core. Tight end situation. This is where I would, so yeah, this is to basically look at your team, see what you need for free agents, because in the owners chat the free agents list is there. Well, I'm hoping to get started on one of my days off next week. There's your left tackles. Your left guards, not bad. You can also decide from the video who you want to cut, who you want to keep. Just remember that there are cap penalties. Alright, there's Jackson Carman. So yeah, I would say tight ends and the offensive line probably need some help for you. Because left end, yeah, you signed somebody really good at the left end spot. Right end's not bad either. 85. So again, not bad start with the defensive line. I would say solid defensive line. Not the best, but still pretty solid and fairly young. Left outside linebacker, yeah, you're definitely going to want some help. And then we have Wally as your starting middle linebacker, so that solidified that position right there, because these guys will improve, and you will get the chance to upgrade them throughout the season. So, what's up, Reaper? Alright, so there's the right outside linebacker for the Bengals. And against okay corners. Might want to see about getting a solid number one if there's any in free agency, but you're also looking at people you might want to cut, because the NFL final rosters are usually about 53. And in the preseason, it's about 75. So I will probably, the owners can individually tell me who they want to cut. This is the roster reveals. This is me going over with the rosters with everybody. I'm hoping to get started about next week. Figured give everybody a chance to get through the preseason, make cuts, that kind of thing. Because the NFL rosters are usually down to 53, and that's it. I mean, Kelly's got you got a great kicker, though, at 82 as a rookie, so that's not bad at all. And then you've got what they think they'll predict your draft picks to be. And then you have your practice squad that you can designate to anybody that you want. But that's the Bills. Or the Bengals, sorry. Now we have the Bills. This is Mord's team. Josh Allen, a damn good quarterback to start with. And it goes inside Christian McCaffrey. Good God, man. Good God. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him pull up a fullback in free agency. I would not be surprised. Wide receiving core, not bad. Not bad at all. And then tight end, again, might want to find somebody for the second spot, but he's doing all right for the number one. The offensive line, yep, that's where Bagwell is. He got himself a really good blocker on the left side of the line. Yep, and there's also the cap penalties, the net savings on release. And throughout the preseason, it will upgrade the in-game as well as the created guy's stats. So there will be a lot better by the time we get to the season. So, I mean, the Bills got a good setup on offense. Reaper's gonna make all of his things on the color green. Okay, so okay, look at the left end, I would say. Right end, but there's plenty of free agency. Got a good start on the defensive line, though. 93 and an 81. That's a pretty damn good setup right there. And then left outside linebacker, bringing in Barrett. That's a pretty damn smart move on his draft. And then Edmonds. So yeah, Bill's probably going to be a big threat in this league. I am telling you right now. And solid corners. Got ourselves a decent free safety in Micah Hyde. And Jordan Poirier, also another really good excuse me. We got Bass and Hack. And again, these are just predictive draft picks. The Broncos, owned by Brendan Cuevas, up next. Yep. That's why it's going to be public so that people can go back through and look and see what they've got. I would say right now the Broncos' best weapons are their backfield. Barkley, Gordon, Williams. That's a pretty damn good backfield right there for Denver. Oh, I think you'll like the Colts, especially on the defensive side of the ball, Shadow. And then this receiving core's got to be one of the scarier ones. DJ Metcalf, Cooper Kupp, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Tim Patrick, and he's the 5th best receiver. Or no, 4th best. That's oh no, 5th. Yeah, that's 5th. That's redonkulous. He focused on receiver in the draft. He's just got to get himself a quarterback. And then bringing in Greg Kittle, whew, with Noah Fant. Denver's got a solid offense. Denver's got a solid offense as far as weapons. And then not a bad start to the line either. And then again, and it's also cool to see how the different strategies of the owners, because each owner's going to have a different strategy on how they do things. So it's going to be cool to see how it works. Like some people are focused on trying to win now. Other people are trying to build for the future. It's going to be interesting to see. Nice right guards for the Broncos. Except for that number 1 guy. Oof. So there's areas everybody's got to work on. Draymond Jones. Surprised they moved him from defensive tackle. He was a defensive tackle in college. Yeah, some teams go... Hey, Tito. But yeah, some teams, they're going all in right now. And other teams are trying to build long term, so you never know. But damn, there's some holes that might need to be filled, depending on the strategy. So, I mean, Denver's pretty young and has a solid roster for being young. So, I mean, that's pretty good to have this kind of a young roster and be pretty damn that solid. Cooper's not bad. I watched him in college. Guy I missed, James Laurinaitis. That dude was a tackling machine. But again, this is a pretty solid group of defenders that are all pretty much young. So, Denver's kind of set up for the long haul, so it depends on what Brandon wants to do. If he wants to trade some of these younger pieces to go all in for now, or if he wants to play it for the future. What's up, Blaze? Welcome to the stream. We're on the Broncos right now. And like I was saying before, I'm pretty curious as to see the owner here. Because some, are going to go all in for this year. And there's some that are going to build for the future. So just looking at the rosters, you could get an idea of what they possibly could do, want to do. Brad McManus has been a solid kicker, but both their kicker and their punter are 8 years. That's a long time to be in the league. And then again, these are just predicted draft positions. We won't know until the season is finished. Oh, wrong one. And that's pretty much how I got to... Alright, so we'll go to the next team, which is... I believe the Browns. Yep. Alright. So this is my Browns that are going to be moving to Columbus. And we have pretty decent... might need to sign a better backup, though. I know that for sure. But, like I said, if you look, all these guys are fairly young. Oh, I'm moving them to Columbus and getting rid of the Browns. I can tell you that right now. Because I don't think Cleveland deserves a team, but like I said, for the relocation process, the game forces you to play 1 year in your normal area. But yeah. I think I got a okay receiving core. Nah, meat chicken sucks. You want to make America great again? Build a wall around Michigan. And I have a drunken dragon clown as my tight end. And he came with a trade. That's why I'm on Tiny's team, because Tiny made 2 trades prior to the preseason. One with the Bills and one with the Browns. So exactly, that's the cool thing about this. Is that's why I'm doing it this way, because you can look and be like, okay, how do I want to do it? Do I want to do it going young? Because if you pay attention to my lineup, you'll see that is pretty much what I've done. I've gone young. Most of my guys are 4 years or less. I've gone fairly young with my team. Because I'm building for the long haul. I know where there's areas of weakness. I've got to address them. But I know exactly where there's areas of weakness. And like I said, fun fact, I actually played with against his older cousin. This man is famous for where I'm actually from. Not the character Clinton McCleary, but where the real life person behind the channel is from. I played his high school, his older cousin, when I played 8-man football. He's the only 8-man player to ever make the NFL. And my good old nephew Alec stepping onto the field. Like I said, I gotta work on some of the weaknesses. Not super well, but I have met him a couple times. He's actually a really nice guy. I've been to his hometown of Riggins quite a few times. Hey, Jamar. And then we have David Flippen, Denzel Ward. So again, pretty solid but young team. And that's what I was going for. Hey, back up. I can tell you right now, that man hits as hard as ever. So yeah, this is, I think, a pretty solid team here. That's where I have a weakness at, is kicking. Probably moving them to Columbus and calling them the Explorers, because I don't like the Caps or the Aviators very much. But as you can see, lots and lots of draft picks. So, and also, if you're paying attention, you might find that you have some trade Parkers. Well, she's even having more fun, except for the fact that Dad kept her in the booth this morning. She was like, I not want in here all the time, Dad. Let me out. Alright, Reaper, if you're still here, this is you. This is the Chargers. So, decent start to the Chargers. At least at the quarterback position. Young, a good starter. Cool. And the reason I picked 80 for some of the players who didn't get to see the message, I want all my human players to start for every team. Because honestly, that's why you guys join, to watch your guys play. Not to be just staring at a screen. So that's why I went 80 with the 35 points, to ensure that every single human player is a starter. So Atticus, you are actually the starting running back for your team. And you also might think about looking at some of like the heights and weights going back on the video and seeing if somebody can be moved positions and see if their ranking goes up. Because you can move people around. Again, not... So that's pretty much what this is for, so that owners can kind of address weaknesses, maybe improve on strengths, maybe even find potential trade partners. Because I do show the draft picks, but again, positions are mainly just predictions by the computer. It's not necessarily how it's going to turn out, because in the other league I'm in, my team is the defending champions and we're 9-5 right now. So yeah. Again, 81 for the... That's not bad. I know a lot of teams need, but also depending on... Because during the offseason, we'll have free agency, we'll have the draft. But I mean, the Chargers got a good right side of the line, so pretty good setup right here. And this team will be in London next season. Now that we have a name, I will be, once I have a logo from Tiny, because Tiny's been awesome enough to make us a logo, I will be starting a Wix website, which will have awards history, which will have our championship history, which will have our stats. And you guys and owners will be voting for MVP, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, and Defensive Player of the Year. And unlike the NFL, I don't want it to be just a damn QB position. I want it to be an honest vote of who you think is the best and most important player to their team. If their person was off their team, would that team have a major collapse? Or would they continue playing as normal? Now, this is what I was talking to you about in private, Reaper. Your linebacking core is Jesus Christ. That's what it is. You have two guys that are goddamn ridiculous. So, I would look at possibly moving one of them. If I was you. Because you have two really good linebackers that should be on the field at the same time. In one spot. So, owners, if you want to move people positions, definitely watch the video again and DM me the position change, and I can make the position change. And again, really good setup here for the Chargers. I don't know what he's going to call them once they're in London, but right now they're the Chargers. Got some good young guys, got a mix of vets, so I mean, that's pretty good setup. Burp, 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 burp. So yeah, definitely a beast mode level at strong safety, so a pretty damn good defense for the Chargers. And then punter, and so predicted to do well in the draft. Again, don't know why I did that. This is why Clinton's been sucking down caffeine all day. All right. Shadow Press, if you're still here, let me know because you guys are up next. This is what Tiny's roster has to start with. Starter, solid backup. So, I mean, this is pretty good start to this team. Looking forward to seeing what the future Chicago Cougars do. Still waiting on Cougars' reaction to find out if that she's a mascot now. Okay, so their lineup does not call for it. Pretty solid core for receivers. And Beasley. Ah, it's a wild shoke.
You left the door open. Left the door open. Look at how good it is.
Oh, well, you'll be interested because you'll see the Titans here soon. This guy I watched in college. Damn. Paris Campbell was good in college. I don't know what's happening to his NFL career.
Nobody knows.
Not bad in the tight end department for the Colts. But yeah, this is pretty much to decide who the owners want to cut, who they want to keep, who they want to possibly trade with.
There's only one person I want to trade. And that kind of cold shit because, you know, I was at work. Fucker.
You want to trade ES for some tacos.
Oh. Honestly, I would.
But yes, so far the Colts have been had a pretty good setup, I would say.
Shit. Oh, shit.
But I've seen a lot of teams I've noticed need help on the offensive line. So don't be surprised if free agency ends up being a dogfight for the offensive lines.
Noted. I'll grab the popcorn.
Watch, Shelky's like, I want to apply for the league as a player now and put myself on the offensive line so I don't have to sign anybody.
No, I'm just grabbing the popcorn. I'm watching this shit.
But the Titans are considered one of the stronger teams in the game, so. But yeah, look at that is a pretty damn good defensive tackle set right there. Holy shit. And then here, oh yep. Outside, left outside line. Look at this. So Tiny might have a trade piece or moving somebody around. Because she got a good damn left outside linebacker set. And there you are, Shadow. You are her middle linebacker. Not a bad backup either. Yeah, that linebacking core is beyond ridiculous. Yeah, Tiny's defense, I think, is pretty much set up, with the exception of a couple pieces away from being like the top defense in the game. So, I mean, Tiny's got a good start here. She's just got to add some pieces to the left to add to it to make it a championship contending team. And right now, as an outside commentator, I would say Colts, Chiefs, Titans, Browns, Bills. Those are probably the odds, and the Steelers are probably the odds-on favorite right now. Because they all had really damn good drafts. And they're not missing that much, to be honest.
Yeah.
And there you go, Shadow. Tiny's... And some of these trades were made from like the previous year where they had already given up their draft picks, so I don't really have control over that. Yeah, defense does win championships, you are right. And each of the teams I mentioned above have really damn good defenses. Poor Ghazi. I don't know what he's going to name them, but this is the Dolphins, soon to be moving to Mexico City. Good Lord. So, yeah, I think Ghazi picked one of the hardest rebuilding projects. All young, but not anybody super, what you would call, high-end rookies or anything. Jalen Waddle's solid. So this is going to be curious to see how they play out, because like I said, we will be having custom divisions. And once I get the logo, I'll have a website set up that I'll post in the chat for everybody that can keep track of the stats, keep track of the awards history. And again, the awards are going to be chosen by everybody. There's going to be votes. And it isn't just for MVP. I don't want you guys to pick the guy with the best stats or the best QB. I want you to pick the person you feel has the strongest impact for their team. Like if they go down, the team is gone, out of contention. Hey Wolverine, how's it going? So, because the offensive player of the year to me is the person with the best stats. And that could be quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. Like if you think the tight end of a team is the most valuable player, vote him as the most valuable player. And poor Ghazi. Are you seeing this? Wow. He's got some work ahead of him. If I was him, I'd be trading some people to hoard some draft picks. He's gonna need it. Particularly in the offensive side of the ball. Yeesh. He went for the challenge. You gotta give him credit for his balls. He went for the challenge. All right. Not a bad left end. As he's got a nasty set of defenders right there. So, I don't know if he wants to move Donald inside or if he wants to keep him on the outside. So, he'll have to get with me on that one because he does need help on the inside. So, And we'll also, on that Wix website, have a tab for the applications for players and owners, because I eventually want to get all 16 AFC teams with owners. But yeah, he's got a redonkulous level of defense here, so if I was him, some people around. Because he is, yikes. And defense, he's got a nice setup on defense right here. So I would say he probably for good mind for offense. Burp, 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 burp. All right, kicking time. Kicking time. Yeah, damn. Some decent draft setup for the Dolphins. Next up, we go down to the Jets, owned by Brooklyn Joker. They will be moving to Brooklyn. And there's your starting quarterback, Andy Price. So 2 young, talented quarterbacks here for Joker, plus Joe Falco, who's won 2 Super Bowls, or won a Super Bowl, so some experience there. And then Hawk Springfield, the player for Ripper, the starting running back. So again, some pretty decent players here for, as far as young guys for the Jets. And then Mike Evans. Nice, really good, solid receiver to start off the Jets. But give Andy a nice target. But after that, yeah. So, I mean, what do you guys think? Who do you think's got an early advantage so far from what you've seen this season? I mean, let me know in the chat who do you think's got a really good edge here. Well, like I said, I think the early favorites are going to be guys like the Bills, Bills, Browns, Steelers, Titans. The Dolphins could play spoilers depending on the moves Ghazi makes. It just depends. Tiny and the Colts could make some noise. So this is going to be an interesting season. And starting in a couple years down the line, we'll probably do a Most Improved Player award as well. So, it'll be interesting. And if you're interested in being an owner, DM me. It's just you have to have a Skype because, like the NFL, we do have owner votes to decide rules. So you do need a Skype to be an owner. You don't need a Skype to be a player, though.
It helps.
It helps, but you don't need it.
I know. Now I have that fucking SpongeBob stuck in my fucking head.
It's a small world after all.
Don't you dare get that song. I will smack you.
No, you won't. Because I'll taco slap you.
Tortilla smack, bitch. You slap with a dirty arm.
And then I'll feed you to a penguin.
Don't bring the penguin into this.
The penguin.
God fucking damn it.
Waddles, waddles, waddles.
Aren't you? If he sounds up, that's weird. Oh.
So this is going to be very, very interesting to see what each of these owners do. I'm very curious to see how this is going to go down. I'd say the Jets and the Dolphins have a lot of work to do. Draft, but they were just had so many holes, I don't think the draft was going to cover it by itself. And their draft picks. So yeah, you get the added benefit of the draft picks from the previous teams. And what I'm going to do with the NFC teams, unowned AFC teams, or I'm just going to pick the lowest available person on the draft for them. And only get the higher end draft players for the DAFL teams. So this is the Raiders, owned by Goddess of Pain. And they have a nice 1-2 punch in the backfield. That's not even including Drake and Richard and Peyton Barber. So, I mean, they're pretty solid in the backfield. Not bad in the fullback department either. And, I mean, Hunter Renfrow, DeAndre Hopkins is a really good pass catcher. So, again, Goddess has got a okay setup. She's only missing a few pieces, in my opinion. She's got a running back now. Might need a quarterback upgrade. Carr's okay, but he doesn't really have anybody to throw the ball to. You can chime in with your 2 cents there, Shulky.
This episode is making myself really upset.
I heard half of that. Ruff, 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 ruff.
On the next episode, I'm smacking myself with the headset.
Well, quit hitting yourself.
I'm trying. Make sure you don't hear.
Why are you talking to llamas? Llama duck.
Llama duck chicken.
And decent. And now we get to the defense. Now that's the kind of left end you want. Young, high level 80s. He can do some damage. Right end is okay. Definitely a lot of interesting teams here. And there is the linebacking core. Strange mix of linebackers, but yeah, definitely after the show after the stream is over, definitely refresh and let me know what you think of the rosters. Who are your picks for? Heck, who are your predictions for the awards? Who do you think's going to win the championship? Let's get the early season discussion, because next week, on whichever one of my days off is not Tuesday, I am probably going to be starting the league and doing week 1. Because right now we're in preseason week 1, and I'm just going to skip through the preseason because I have auto sign turned off. And so I'd say, like I said, I'm very curious on the season, not only how the season is going to play off, but I'm also curious at what people think is going to happen. Alright, so that leaves our last team of the DAFL. Or no, second to last. Sorry, Shoki. Forgot about Titans. And this is how you play the art of the steal. Crimson Ninja got hosed with this. He gave this man to the Steelers for a second-round draft pick. That is a 25-year-old league MVP who has won a Super Bowl. Why? And then he's got Wild Matt Outlaw backed up by Najee Harris. So again, 2 really good and young backs. So he is pretty stacked when it comes to the linebacker, or not the linebacker, but running backs. So it looks like Blaze is going back to the old school Steelers. There's Derek Watt. And then, holy shit, Juju, Deontay Johnson, and then Devontae Adams. Good freaking lord. Unfair. Yep, Blaze. We were talking about your hose job of the Crimson Ninja. The Hoodie Ninja. And tight ends. Got a good veteran and some young guys. So not a bad setup. A solid veteran, and some good young guys as backups. So definitely look over that free agent list in the owner's chat if you're an owner. And if there is a bidding war, the player will decide where they want to go. So, as you can see, not bad at the center position. Zach, do you know that person, Shelky? Zach Banner?
Zach Banner?
Pretty solid on the defense, on the left defensive end. Right is ridiculous, but then again, I watched Cameron Hayward when he was a he was not only just a rookie in the league, but a freshman in college. Damn.
But they can't always have my food because food. Food, motherfucking.
Shalky is addicted to food. And Shalky is kicking her own ass. I'm kicking my own ass. And his middle linebacker, the TJ Toad. And some of the numbers I haven't changed yet, so gotta forgive me on that one. I'll go through and change all the numbers here in probably next couple of days. But yeah, owners need to think about who they're cutting, who they're trading, who they're keeping. Because by the end of the preseason, the game's going to force you to be in that 53 a 53-person lineup. And Shalky's automatic favorite player, Taco Charlton.
The fucking actual character. Oh my fucking god.
Yes, his name is Taco.
His real name is Taco.
Yes. That is not a human character. That is an in-game, real-life NFL player. Taco.
Wait, is he a real person?
Yes, he is a real person. How you could tell is if, let's go back to TJ, to use TJ as an example. If you're watching the stream, notice how TJ looks a little bit more like animated and not like a real picture?
Yeah.
This is Taco Charlton.
Hold on.
We're gonna lose Shalky.
You kinda did already.
She's gonna fall over laughing too hard.
What?
Because it's fucking Taco. And stay away from my Taco. Blaze.
That's alright, Blaze.
No, it doesn't. Wouldn't it be the other way around? Wouldn't you be staying away from her, Taco?
Pretty much.
Nacho might get pissed. And I think we lost Shalky again. In case you're wondering, our league is not safe for children.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Ah.
And there's Chris Boswell. He is from Roswell. Because he's an alien. Alright, now we are on the last team of the DAFL. The Tennessee Titans.
Why the fuck is there a person named fucking Taco?
So you've got Tom Brady as your starter. So Ryan Tannehill, not a bad backup, but needs to stay a backup. Derek freaking Henry, pretty much a human tank.
I thought that was more.
This is the NFL's version of a human tank.
I had to.
3-2-47, and he just straight runs people over.
I get knocked down. Oh wait,
And I mean, solid receiving core. A.J. Brown and Julio Jones. But you do have a very, very, very good quarterback to this generation, as much as it makes me want to puke to say it.
Just get a perfect and we'll be fine. I think.
Yeah, tight ends, you might need some help.
I always need help. What you talking about?
I'm not talking about mental help. I'm talking about your team.
There's only one person we have on trading. Because someone there, he got it when I was at fucking work. Everything's on the... Ooh, shit.
It's not like you can't watch the replay and just be like, oh. And besides, more than I drafted for you, and we drafted for to address your biggest issues.
But you know, I can't.
Yeah, more than we drafted for the biggest issues of the teams that asked us to draft for them.
Yeah, because I was at work.
Well, yeah, but Gazi couldn't be there, and Tiny asked us to help her. Goddess couldn't be there. So yeah, we were fair and helped the people that weren't able to be there, because it's only right. This league's supposed to be about fun and hilarity, competitive, because let's be honest with you, we're going to probably end up having a Best Shit Talker award too.
Yeah, I won't win the Shit Talker.
So, yeah, now that we have a name, Tiny's going to get us a logo. I have a Wix website started. I'll finish it up and then post a link in Skype chat. And for anybody that's not on Skype that's a player, I'll send it to you DM from wherever I hear it from. But the website will be for player application, owner application, our history, the standings, the statistics, all that stuff.
Okay.
So definitely, once that's up and running, bookmark it, even if you're a player or an owner, and the stats will be updated at the end of every week. And I mean, as in... it's Kelly. As in the
I'm sad. I'm okay.
Ladybug.
Yeah.
Alright. So definitely, if you're an owner, go back, rewatch it, and see what you think you need, and then go look at the free agent list and see if it matches up. If it doesn't, then hope for the draft. Or see if anybody's willing to trade.
AKA Joker, you know who I want. Get over here.
Are you Scorpion now?
Get over here. Huh?
Whee! Tennessee Titans. Titans. I don't know if you're going to move them or not, but the moving process for everybody that's told me they're going to move has already started.
They're moving somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta think.
And I'll look at the divisions again. Kind of give you a geographic locations of what works and what don't, because I'm sorry, I'm one of those people, like, I like teams in correct geographic locations. It drives me bonkers. Like, why are the Colts in the AFC South? It makes no sense. It's like Chewbacca on Endor. It does not make sense. So yeah, I mean, not bad setup for the Titans. A few holes away, but you just got to see who you want to trade, what you're willing to trade. All right, that is the entirety of the lineups. So, Crushing Kelly is currently live over on her channel playing some Nickelodeon. I'll post a link in the chat. Don't forget, refresh after the chat and leave your thoughts on not just the rosters, but the season. Who do you think is going to win what awards? And you guys, thank you for stopping by. If you're catching the replay, thank you. Don't forget the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And I will catch you next Tuesday. I'm out of here for the night. Peace.
Yeah.